Hello and welcome to this PHP tutorial. I know it's been a long time since I've done a tutorial, so I thought I'd put one up here for you guys. So first, I probably should explain what I'm going to be teaching you how to do. I'm going to be teaching you how to create a user login and maybe a user logout. And maybe later on I'll teach you how to make a user registration. So here's the user login. I'm going to be using PHP Designer. I'm going to create a new, I'm going to actually open up this. I'm going to create a new PHP document. Clear that out. PHP tags. Now first off, you want to start, you want to determine if you're going to be using PHP Sessions or cookies. Sessions are probably the most secure way of a user login. Cookies can be modified to change the preferences of the cookie and log in as someone else. So I guess that was a really lame explanation of it. But we're going to be using sessions since they're the most secure. So since we're using sessions, at the top, I'm going to use session start. You must use this or else the user will log in and then they'll click on a different page and they'll instantly be logged out. So we want to keep that in line. So session start at the top, and make sure you include this on every single page that a user is going to be on. Alright, now we're just going to do a simple form system. We're going to do if post submit doesn't exist, and by doesn't exist you just put a little exclamation mark right here, and then we're going to be doing a table. I'm going to give this a cell spacing and a cell padding of 3 just so it looks nice, and no border, I forgot to add that. Border 0. And we're going to be doing form method. We're going to be using post since that's also the most secure. Action logout, or not logout, login.php. Okay, we're going to create our TRTD, table row, table data, username. This is pretty simple. If you haven't watched my form tutorial, then I suggest that you watch that, because that teaches you how to make a form, which is what we're doing right now. Okay, password. For the type, we're going to put password, so that when you type it, it'll just be little bubbles. You won't actually see the text. Password. Oops. Then we're going to do a col span of 2 since we have 2 columns, and we'll align this to the right. Then we'll do input type equals submit. Name equals submit. You must have the name equals submit, or else, you know, it just won't work. Or you have to have name equals whatever you have in here. So if I have LOL in here, you have to have LOL in here too. But I'm just going to keep it submit for now. We'll do a value of, I don't know, login. And then the TD and the TR. And then we're going to end our form and table. Alright? We're going to be going, we're going to save this. No, we don't want to save it. And tutorials, login.php. I'm going to be using Google Chrome. So here's our file. We should just see our form we just created. Blah 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 blah. See how we have the bubbles there? Yes. Okay, now we're going to be going into we're going to be going into the PHP Designer, we're going to be going into the PHP MyAdmin. We're going to create a new database. Okay, we've created a database. Now we're going to create a table. We'll create... Okay, we have a database of users, and we'll have a table named users. We'll just give this 5 fields. We probably won't even use 5 fields. Okay. I'm going to set this to ID. ID is very important, so that each user has a different ID. We're going to set this to auto increment, just check that, and set the index to primary. You want to have the username. That's going to be a varchar, whatever you want to say. 32 characters. Password, varchar, 32 characters. This is just sets what's the maximum amount of characters. Pretty simple. Yeah, that's it. Let me just click save. Okay. Our query has been executed. And here's our table. Now I'm just going to insert a username and password. We'll do username of Zach and a password of 123. I'm probably going to be changing the password because we will be using an Md5 encryption on the password. Just so that if anyone does get into your database, it makes it just a little more harder to access and get the real password out of it. Okay, I'm going to put an else statement. This is saying that the user has pressed the submit button. And we're going to be defining some variables here. I'm not going to be using any protection on the form, just the Md5 encryption on the password. So we're going to do username equals post username, and we'll do password equals post pass. Okay, just that simple. We're going to create another variable called error equals array. This is something PHP squad / life goes on 666 / Marcus taught me, and I think it's actually a pretty neat way to check for errors, and yeah, I really like it. So here, errors, I'm going to do if username doesn't exist, we're going to add how should I say this? We're just going to be adding to the array of errors, and at the end we'll check to see if they have errors, and we won't. Error equals username isn't defined. It's pretty simple, actually. Error password isn't defined. I don't know why I can't type today. Okay, and that's all the errors we're going to check for. If you have more fields, then feel free to check for more errors. Now we're just going to do if count error is greater than 0. That means that if it's greater than 0, then show this. Else, do this. We're going to echo the following errors have occurred. Occurred. Okay. And then we're going to do a for each state function, and we'll do error as errors, and then we'll echo errors. And then we'll do a break so it looks nice. We're going to go down here under the if statement. We're going to do an else statement. So if no errors occur, then we'll be executing the rest. We'll be checking the username and password to see if they match the username and password in the database. And if they do, then they successfully log in. If they don't, then they'll get an error. Okay, we'll do SQL or SQL, whatever you want to say it. We'll do select star from users where username equals username and password equals password. Actually, we're going to do this. Put an Md5 encryption on it. And then we'll do res MySQL query squall or die MySQL error. Okay, and then we'll do if MySQL num rows res equals 0, then this is saying that there is no record of this username and password in the database. So we'll say echo the username and password combination are incorrect. I guess I should explain this. These little /n that I'm putting at the end of it, this basically just doesn't do anything to the output of anything on the web page, but on the actual code it will put a line break basically. So this is like a line break in the code. I don't know. Okay, so this is saying that it does this username and password does exist and they are correct. Then we'll put session UID. This, you can name this whatever you want. Session UID, session ID, session whatever. You can name it whatever you want, but we're going to define it. When we session, actually we're going to do this. We're going to create another variable called row, and we'll do MySQL fetch assoc res. And this just fetches the data, and we'll be setting this to row ID. Alright? Makes sense? Let's try that again. We're setting the session UID to the row ID, which is going to be 1 because that's the one I created. Each time someone registers, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they'll create an ID until they'll create their unique ID. No ID can be the same or else, well, you're screwed. And we'll be to you have successfully logged in as username Alright, let's try this out. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think so. Okay, we're gonna refresh this. Okay. Gonna check for errors. That didn't go as planned. Oh, forgot the D in method. Refresh. Check for errors. Okay, gotta do tuts. Forgot the folder tuts. We'll check for errors. Okay, this is a good sign because we did not supply the username or password. We're gonna find just the username, and it should just say password isn't defined. And then we'll just supply the password, and we'll say the username isn't defined. Then we'll do both, blah 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 blah, and this will say MySQL query. Oh, that's right, we didn't connect to the database. Alright. We have to connect to the database. We'll create a variable called con for connect. We'll do MySQL connect, and we'll do the username. Hold on. Username, which is root for this particular one. Password, which we don't have one on this server. And that's it. Or die MySQL error. And then we're gonna select the database. MySQL select DB. Select the database, which is users, and then we're going to put the connection link on that, and then this should work. We shouldn't get an error. I'm probably not explaining this as well as I should be, but hold on. Error on line 4. String new link. Alright. Sorry about that. Forgot to put local host on here. I guess I'm a little rusty on my MySQL Connect because I never really use it. Alright. I'm gonna do Zach, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3. It shouldn't let me log in though. That's correct. We're actually gonna get the Md5 encryption for 1, 2, 3, and I'll get that. Alright, so I got the Md5 encryption for the password of 1, 2, 3, and here it is. Okay. Now we should be able to log in. Zach and 1, 2, 3. You have successfully logged in as Zach. Okay. And we can even go in here and we'll do if session UID doesn't exist. Show this. Go down here, put an else statement, echo you are already logged in. Okay. We'll try and view it, and it'll tell me that I'm already logged in. Keep refreshing, or just keep going, and notice that it keeps saying that if I didn't have my, we'll just comment this out. If I didn't have that, it would automatically lose it. See, it lost it. Lost the session data. If I keep logging in, it'll log me in, but then it'll just lose it. So that's why we need the session start. Okay, we're logged in, and that should teach you how to create a login. I hope that was helpful. I know it probably wasn't the most detailed, but I'll try and put this code up in the description of this video, and I really hope you enjoyed it, because I'm trying to actually teach people something. Hold on, I guess we can actually create a logout as well. So create a new one. This one will be called PHP. We'll do if the session ID doesn't exist, then we're going to tell the user that they can't log out because they have to log in first. So we'll put you must log in order to log out. And then if it does exist, then we'll put a session destroy. This just gets rid of all the sessions. It'll destroy the session basically, hence session destroy. And we'll put, I don't know, logged out. Or we'll put you have successfully fully logged out. Alright, we'll save this as logout. And should be in here. Log out. You must log in order to log out. We'll log in. We're already. Oh. Hold on. It's not. Oh. See? That's why we need to have the session start at the top. On every single page. Normally I just create a global page and then include the global. and then in the global page, global.php has session start on it. So that's why I'm not used to doing that. Okay, we're so logged in. Now we're going to log out. You have successfully logged out. And then we're going to try and read it again. And it'll say you must log in order to log out. We'll do that. Log in here. And there we go. See, that was pretty easy. Logouts are pretty easy to do. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try my best to answer them immediately, and I promise to answer every single one of them unless they're really, really stupid. So thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope you learned something, and if you like my videos and want to see more of my videos, hit that subscribe button right next to my name, and you will receive my videos as soon as I upload them. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and have a good day, or good night.